All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group for Wednesday, March the 2nd. And this is week 1485 weeks that AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located here in East Hamilton below the escarpment. This informal Simplex Net, originally founded by John Sims, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a Simplex Net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. And this should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. And keeping in mind that relaying communication has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We ask that you please try and leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. And so may I begins for this evening's AREG.
VA3 XJ.
VA3 IMW. XJ is quick on the key.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. Very good. I've got AXJ and IMW. Let's go and say hi to Rick. Rick, how are you?
That was a good one. I'm good. Not good. I got no truck right now, but yeah, I'm.
Oh,
It's a good day. Busy. Other than that, not much more going on. I just had to take the truck in. The exhaust manifold pipe. Yeah, it went poo poo.
oh dear. And that's a bit of work to fix, right? I would imagine.
Well, it was almost due for an oil change, so I took it in, and I said to the guy, "Well, Chris, says, check that pipe for me, because I know it's leaking, and let me know the damage." $1,160.
Wow.
Replaced it.
Oh, yeah. I had a vehicle that had a puncture. It was rotting around there, and I had fumes coming in there, and it wasn't pleasant, let me tell you.
You know, it really bugs me though. You know, I can do that kind of work, but uh, it's got to be up in the air. You can't lay on your back on the concrete, eh? It just yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Just gotta take it in. They make them nowadays that you can't work on them. That's the problem. You know, all these sensors and whatnot. What you got to take off to get apart. It's crazy.
Oh yes, the designers specifically do that so that the repair people can stay in business there. I'm sure they're in cahoots with them somehow. I remember having to. I had a Chevette, I think it was. You had to lift the motor off the motor mounts just to pull the starter out. It was insane the things they make you do for cars.
Yeah, well, that's why they get the big bucks, eh? These mechanics. I don't know what they charge an hour now, but they quoted me 2 hours. Yeah, well, if I would have done it, it would take me 2 days. You know. Anyhow, we'll pass it back to you. Net control VA3XJ. We'll hang in here as long as we can, there, Chucky. Back to you.
All right, there, Rick. Thanks a bunch for all that. I'm sorry you got hit in the wallet. Got to give it a big burp. But yeah, those things happen. Okay, well, before we move along to Mac, there, I just want to make an announcement that we have another silent key in the radio operator community, and that would be Jack up by Mount Hope Airport, there, also known as Snowball on 11 meters. Roughly a week or so ago, I guess he passed away, and so it's sad news right there. So sorry to lead into Mac with this one, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. Well, we do have some listeners. Back to you there, Mac.
Part.
Oh, go ahead there, Short.
Yeah, you know what, Chuck? I was just thinking about him about 20 minutes ago. I was just going to ask somebody if they ever heard from Jack Snowball, eh? That's amazing. I'm sorry to hear that, though. Okay, you can go ahead now. We're clear.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, there you go. Someone that didn't know knows. Uh, Good man. He was fun to talk to. Always there for you. Really nice guy. Okay. Let's go to VA3 IMW.
Hey, Chuck. I'm glad that you were able to share that news out. I spent many QSOs with Snowball, and quite an interesting character to say the least. I had always wondered if he was in fact the father of several boys in the region of Rickman's Corners, because I do recall a buddy of mine that I got to chum around with around the Rickman's Corners area had several brothers, and the household always had that base station CB radio set up in the kitchen, and I never really got a chance to talk to Randy's dad, but when I talked to him on the radio, it just kind of it made me think that perhaps that was the location of the station. Anyways, always when you lose somebody of that vintage, it certainly strikes the heartstrings. I mean, he must have been well on his 80s, early 90s by the time he passed, but definitely miss him on the radio for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You think I have thought of him from time to time and would go down there and listen and see if he's there, but never got the timing down. I also never made a call out, but just listening in. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Jack was closer to 100. There's a couple other people on here that know him better than I, and where he lives. Uh, and Yeah, I think he was in the service. I think he was a veteran, and he might have been a signaler. I think he had something to do with communications in the service there.
Well, that certainly makes sense. Yeah. Uh, like I said, certainly sad that he's passed on, but um, even in the days when I was communicating with him on 11 meters, he was on in years at that point in time. So suffice to say that he's had a very fruitful life, and he's gone to the HF in the sky. Speaking of HF, I managed to extend my country coverage last night. Made contact with Jamaica, and just by chance, I had poked at my radio after the D-Star net. I spun the dial on 80 meters, and things were pretty quiet. There was some stuff going on in the States, but I checked 20 meters just to see if anything happening, and 20 meters was really quiet as well. But when I get on 40 meters and spun the dial,
Oh yeah,
in around the 145, 150 area, there was a lot of stuff going on. So I made contact with this gentleman in Montego Bay. And it was just like you and me talking right now. It was effortless, and he's confirmed on QRZ. So one more country under my belt.
all right, very good there, Mac. Yes, I have noticed that the bands are picking up, specifically 10, 12, 15, 17 meter. I've gotten a few contacts on just those 10 and 17 meters lately. I have Belize, and I've got either Barbados or Bermuda. I'm not sure. And got confirmed by England finally. So I've tallied 3 new countries in the last few days. So pretty happy about that. And they're supposed to be getting better. The conditions are supposed to be looking good for us summer. So bring it on, is what I say.
Oh, Roger that. Yeah, it was amazing that head and shoulders above the rest of the crowd. He was taking calls from stations that were sounding quite a bit weaker than he was across the states. But when I keyed up, he came back to me right off the bat, and I found out that he was running a bareback 300. So it's not as if he was pushing a lot of power. So he was doing 100 watts or what 7300 does 100 watts or 150 watts or something. It's nothing crazy. There's no crazy power there. And I think he was running a long wire antenna as well. But a very good QSO with him. Anyways, we're taking up time, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more guys that want to check in with Chuck. And they're going to want to get on frequency before we find out what happened on this day in history. So I'll let you carry on and maybe pick up a few more guys and gals, or gals and guys. Let's take the gals first. Anyways, go ahead, Chuck. I'm here for the duration. VA3IMW.
Alrighty then. Well, that's unfortunate about that annoying stuff in the background there, but we'll carry on nonetheless. Where was I? Okay, yeah. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VA3 OYL.
See, just like I said, ladies first.
VA3 Lima Delta Zulu.
All right, I've got 3 stations there. OYL, RPP, LDZ. Anyone else? Okay, that station there, that sounds like RPP. Sounds like you are off frequency or transmitting on something other than FM. So you might want to check that, Rick. We are 146.430. So join us after we say hello to Deb. Victor Alpha 3, obey your leader. Good evening, Deb.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on frequency. Not much going on tonight. I've been doing some FT8 work, and I got a couple of JA calls in. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I just happened to catch conditions at the right time, and that made me really happy, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Right on, right on. See what I said? The conditions are getting better. So I'm a little bit picky on countries that I've already gotten or states. I'm trying to get new states that I don't have. From the Midwest to the West is where I have less contacts. But of course, from the Midwest going east, I've pretty much got everyone covered. And so, we're up to 63 countries, and it was at 60 for the longest time. But I've probably got more countries under my belt, but just haven't been confirmed yet. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I noticed my logbook wasn't uploading to Logbook of the World, and I was wondering what was going on, but Logbook of the World was down for some reason. I still don't know if it's fixed itself or if I have a problem now or what, but that's something to look into on another day.
Yeah. Okay. It does have, a lot of companies are getting hacked. And so wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened, or people are just doing maintenance on their sites or trying to prevent hacking or something like that. But we know we know what's going on in Eastern Europe there, and they're blatantly out publicly asking for hackers to come online and disrupt the Russians, and so the Russians are doing the same thing as well. So um, I see the odd station on my band map from Europe pop up. I had one station in Poland, could not hear him. I think it was 40 meters. And then Estonia, I think, was another one.
Yeah, I saw Estonia up. I even saw one or two from Ukraine, but I didn't contact them. I didn't want to cause any trouble for them.
Yeah, well, right now it's just Hungary that's got a ban, and so we have to observe that. Um, Mind you, oh, this leads into something good there, Deb. Glad you brought that up. There is a Ukraine FT8. Here it is, the Open Ukraine RTTY Championship. Oh, it says canceled for 2022 due to war. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness it's canceled, but oh boy, yeah, how can they even think about anything else other than what's going on over there?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, I'm on the contestcalendar.com website. And, the only single sideband contest that I see of note is International DX contest starting on the 5th. So that would be roughly 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. here, our local time, which would make it midnight Zulu time. And so that's for March 5th and 6th. So very good. All right, there, Deb. Anything else? You going to stick around?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stick around. Let you carry on down the list or down the log, as they say.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you've been enjoying the nice weather there, Deb. I forget what we got to today there, 3 or something like that, 4. I don't know. But things are looking good. We're going to get a deep freeze overnight tonight. They said we're supposed to get some flurries between 8 and 11 p.m. So we'll see. Hopefully not. But I'm digging the new temperatures that are a little bit warmer, and I hear birds singing. How about you there, Deb?
Yes, the last couple days I go outside and the birds are singing pretty good. I was outside just before I got on the radio here, and it was snowing a little bit.
Ah, okay. Very good. All right, Deb, we'll call on you in a little while. VA3OYL. Okay, let's see if Rick button on frequency VE3RPP.
Yes, sir. How's it going, guys?
Hey there, Rick. Doing all right over here. You know, usual aches and pains, but I'm much feeling much happier knowing that spring is like less than 3 weeks away.
I can't wait.
Yeah, let's just tell Mother Nature that we have to remind her that she can't be late for that. So, what's new? What's exciting there, Rick?
Not much. I guess you all know our car got in a snowplow accident, I guess, out front of my house.
I'm not sure if I recall hearing about that there. I think I heard you talking about uh, slight damage, but tell us about it there, Rick.
Well, the plow took off my mirror, bent my window rail, between the window and the door.
Yeah.
Bent that, scratched the whole side up. My back bumper, my front bumper, my tail light, my front light. Yeah, quite a bit of damage.
Oh dear. Well, I hope that doesn't affect your insurance in a negative way, but somebody's got to pay for that.
I got to pay the $500 deductible because
I don't know who did it.
Oh, nobody fessed up. Nobody said, "Oops, sorry."
Nope, and I could have called the city and asked for what truck was on the route, but you get the runaround from the city. So it's like that snowplow killed that guy on the highway there. The city saying it wasn't their truck. Meanwhile, it was because it was their GPS number.
Yeah, like I don't know what the fuss is all about. I mean, you've got this digital signature that shows the vehicle that was there at the time. It should be a no-brainer. Same thing in your situation there, although it's not as bad as getting killed. But hey, what if you were just getting out of your car or something? But anyways, yeah, I hope you should tell your insurance man. Listen, the driver is known. They have GPS trackers on their vehicles, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do.
I'd make a case for the your insurance to do a little bit of investigating there.
But it's a huge runaround. You know what I mean? It's like, I want the truck fixed. Just fix it. Here's $500. Now go away.
Yeah, well, it's not as easy as that. See, your insurance knows. Your insurance company knows that there's trackers and the information can be found out. So they'll go after the city for that money. But yeah, you pay your deductible and hopefully your rates don't go up because of it. You weren't even in your car. Jesus.
No, we were in bed. The kid found out in the morning. Took the dog out, and the dog was playing with the parts on the road.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, it might happen because I remember having all our lawn equipment stolen out of our shed, and we paid the deductible and basically got hardly nothing back. And then our insurance went up for like 3 years, 5 years, I forget.
I'm just hoping our insurance don't go up.
Yeah, like everything else there, Ricky, gas is going up. If you have a bank loan that's a variable, they just raised the uh, uh, loan rate to from 0.25 to 0.50 today. So some of you people out there can expect some payments. All right, there, Rick. Nice chatting with you. You going to stick around, or are you going to take off there before we move along?
Yeah, I'll be around.
All right, Rick. We'll call on you. The E3 RPP in the East End. Let's stay in the East End and say hello to Larry, VE3LDZ. Hello there, Larry. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay, Chuck. Everybody else out there, how's it going? Yep. Yeah, not much going on. Just chilling, relaxing. Another night, one more night of the night shifts. I'm off for, I guess until it snows again. But I guess we'll see what happens. Gonna chill and relax. Got the granddaughter this weekend, and I guess we're just gonna sit and play. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Sunday's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Sunday, in a couple of Sundays, it's going to be the NHL Heritage Classic hockey game down here at Tim Hortons Field. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to be playing the Buffalo Sabres. So Tim Hortons Field, they're building the rink as we speak.
Oh, I thought they were building something down there. I saw in the news and whatever, but yeah. Well, let's hope it's cold enough to keep the ice frozen.
Yeah, I'm sure the system they're installing is going to have some type of freezing technology in it. And no matter the temperature, I'm sure the ice is going to be nice and chilly. And so it looks like a portable rink that they're installing there. And I'm sure they'll have some Freon or whatever the heck they use in those things. And yeah, they'll be good to go. For the amount of money they charge for these games, they should have top top tech stuff in line with that. But yeah, it should be interesting right here in Hamilton there, March 13th. I hope it's not blacked out on TV.
Who knows? Good old outdoor. No worries. Okay. Yeah, you can let you carry on, and I'll listen in for a bit. I may be here. I may not be here. Gotta get up and get ready. Work shortly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, give a shout out every now and then on the radio there. You never know when somebody's up late listening. All right, Larry, thanks for what you do, my friend. And I hope you get some time off when you want it, and when you need it. Okay, Larry, VE3LDZ. Okay, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located here in the East Hamilton below the escarpment. We are streaming live on YouTube if you want to listen to the net there or play yourself back after transmitted. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search bar and look for us live there or under the title AREG 1485. But for now, let's see who else is out there would like to check in with us. Please come now.
V3GBD.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, heard two stations there, George and Arpad. Let's go to George in the East End, VE3GBD. Hi, George.
Hey, what's going on, Chuck? Hey, you know why Sunday is going to be like 13 degrees? Because it's my birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw on the Weather Network there, I thought somebody was smoking something when they posted that. It shows, yeah, plus 14. Uh, okay. Right on, George. You're going to have a beautiful day to go hang outside and have some beers.
That's right, Chuck. His brother's over, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. But yeah, 13 on Sunday. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy moly. Is that not the best day ever for a birthday? The boys over? I like it.
Yeah, make sure the barbecue supplies are all ready and you'll be good to go.
You got that right, Chuck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get her done. 13, well, it's going to be kind of rainy, but they said it's not going to be heavy rain, just drizzle here and there. So that'll be nice. It'll be good.
Yeah, I know. I check out the days of sunshine there when I look at the weather network online. Much the sun is going to shine. Some days it's 1 hour, so other days it's 9 hours of sunlight. So, but I don't care if it starts warming up. It's warming up, so that's all I care about.
That's what I care about. Sunday 13. Shouldn't get any better than that. It's like, holy moly. My birthday, and it's going to be 13. I'll be in a t-shirt. T-shirt and shorts.
As long as you're not in your birthday suit there, George. How old are you going to be there? 57?
96.
No, I'll be 58. 58.
Oh, all right. 58. Okay, then. A few more days to go. Don't hurt yourself before your birthday.
Oh, you never know.
You can spend your birthday in.
I know, right? I got too many cans stuck in my throat here.
All right, George. Anything new and exciting else you'd like to share with us?
No, not no. It's just general here. I still gotta hook up my radio equipment in the truck. Been too damn cold, so haven't done any of that yet, but it's coming. Other than that, no, not much to report. Gas is gonna be crazy, and yeah, I filled up propane tank up tonight. That's funny. I went to Pioneer. Oh my God, did you see the lineup over there at the Pioneer there on Queenston? Oh my God, that was like what? Thank God I filled my tank up.
Huh. That's interesting. Oh, maybe it's because the gas is going up at midnight tonight, so they're saving a couple of pennies here and there. So I don't know. That's interesting there, George. All right, sir. We'll call on you again soon. VE. Hang on. Where did I put your call sign there? VE3GBD. All right, George. Thank you. Let's go to Arpad. VA3VAD. Good evening, Arpad.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Good to hear you. Everybody comes in loud and clear. And you guys I heard you when you were making that comment about the hackers. So, sometimes the government are in the bad people if it fits for them. Usually they would put them in jail, but, if it's working for the government, it's okay. Actually, the same thing happened in the Second World War in New York Harbor. If you guys not, but the port authority hired, which one port authority is the federal government. They hired the mafia, the Italian mafia, to help them out with the port security. They didn't want the German scuba divers or whatnot coming in and causing issues. So, they were doing a good job. So, the mafia worked for the government, so the hackers can work for the government as well. That would be my comment. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely. There, Arpad. That goes back to the 1980s. That was fairly new. Kids that were literally kids caught hacking into government websites and whatnot were actually caught, punished, but then they were given a job to work for the government because they were so good at what they do. They didn't that on their staff. So yeah, it's not uncommon at all.
Well, you know how they say it. It takes a criminal to catch a criminal.
I even remember one year Bill Gates came out and said he wanted he had an open contract to anybody who could hack his system, and so I think that was so he could find vulnerabilities in his software, and those people ended up working for him.
Yeah, Roger that. Yeah, they're hiring people, and they are professional people. That's what they do. They try to break into systems and whatnot. And I was watching this hacker guy the other day on YouTube, and you got the calls from India and Bangladesh and all that. So this guy hacked this guy's computer, and the automatic dialer. He put his own phone number into his automatic dialer. Then the guy had a camera in front of him, and he was watching him, and he forced the unit to call him. So he called him in the United States from India, and basically he says to him, "Why are you picking your nose?" And the guy says, "What?" Then it was so funny. He started to talk to this guy, and probably he was one of these duck cleaner or whatever it was, and basically he hacked his computer, and he could see everything and whatever he was doing. Then he downloaded all the information, who is the boss, who they're dealing with, and all that, and that was quite interesting. Some people, they know how the systems are working for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's like what they say too. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So that philosophy kind of works there. So yeah, absolutely. People hire, big corporations, the governments. They'll hire whatever it takes. They're even, talking about emptying prisons out to put people on the front lines to fight. That's been done. Many countries have done that.
Yeah, the movie Dirty Dozen. You remember that? They were all
Oh yeah,
criminals, and they said, "Hey,
that's right.
you're going to be in death row. You go and have fun." Wasn't it? Or one of those movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, they are the best fighters. They have nothing to lose. They don't want to go back home. Yeah. So yeah. Oh well. So that's what government. Sometimes yeah, they bending the rules for their own purposes.
That brings me to the French Foreign Legion. Weren't they made up of prisoners?
No, 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 no. The French Foreign Region was basically the French people. They want to like we're talking about peacetime war, and actually I have friends. I know they signed up for the French Legion for 5 years, and for example, if you left from one of the Eastern Communist country, then you had no place to go, so you went to the Legion. You signed up for 5 years, and after 5 years they would give you the French citizenship. But these people, they would take you to French Guyana and a whole bunch
Oh
of them
yeah.
places what we don't even know, and they would have to fight in the jungle. And the French soldiers, they would not do that, and that's why they called it a French Legion, because no French citizen were allowed to be in as a regular soldier. So basically, they were disposable people coming into from different countries.
Ah, there we go. Well, thanks for the clarification there, Arpad. Um, wasn't aware. Okay, my friend, thank you very much. So, have you noticed any more activity on the HF bands recently? Have you been checking it out or no there, Arpad?
I went to the ONTARS 3755 today, and I was just listening. I wasn't calling on anybody, and I did see. We did a little test with somebody from Toronto. He had a new antenna, but we couldn't make any contacts. And the loop antenna, what he purchased, it wouldn't cover the lower band, so the 80 meter. So we couldn't make any contacts, and that's all what I did. And no, I wasn't talking to anybody on the HF band, and I know the conditions are changing on the sun. Maybe you guys want to go on YouTube, then see that space lady, whatever they call it, who is giving you all the details. There's a little bit more activity happening on the sun. So I'm just hoping when was that? A week ago, they measured one of the biggest explosion on the sun. So, but locally, it didn't come to Versailles. It was going to some other way. And yeah, I was just worrying because there was another explosion maybe a month earlier. So I'm just, if we're going to, if it's going to come down this way, look it up on the YouTube Carrington event. That's what's going to happen again. Carrington event.
Oh, okay. Well, I do know that a bunch of satellites that who is it? Elon Musk or one of those billionaires is trying to get the internet globally, so that people in remote areas can get internet. And he sent up a whole whack of them, and apparently 30 something satellites were sent crashing back to in the Earth's atmosphere because of that solar hit. So a good thing it didn't give us a direct hit, only a glancing blow. But yeah, I know what you mean there. And that lady's name, the space weather lady, her name is Tamitha Skov. That's spelled Tamiha, kind of like Tabitha, but it's Tamitha Skov. SKOV. Check her out on YouTube, and she gives great information about solar activity, northern lights, photos around the world, and really interesting stuff.
Yeah, and I'm surprised what the technology now these days. Satellites are going around the sun and stuff like that, and they do some recordings and whatnot, and they're keeping the sun in basically we know what's happening on the sun much more than before. So yeah, technology is there, and yeah, these little Elon Musk satellites, they are so small. It would be very hard for them. Or I guess they don't really care because they're going to have like what 30, 40,000, or maybe eventually like 60,000 in space. So they're just going to spit them out like crazy up there, and basically, it would be very hard to protect them from the solar rays, the radiation. So I guess they would have to make them bigger to have some solar protection or radiation protection on these things. And yeah, they just figured, hey, let's make it cheaper and just make more, and we're going to send more out in space. Probably that's how they're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of space, there, Arpad, did you hear that the Chinese rocket booster, Chinese used on a ship they were sending to the moon? The rocket booster is now going to crash into the moon on March 4th. I've just got this on MSN here on MSN News Online.com, and it says on March 4th, the Chang 5T1 lunar mission rocket boost to the moon. So apparently, when the Americans did that years ago, they said that they had seismic listening devices on the moon, and it rang like a bell for hours. And so there's a theory that the moon is artificially made. It's not, and that's really goes into. There's a new movie fall, I think it is, about the moon. Anyways, interesting stuff in the news for sure. Anyways, Arpad, you got anything for us before we move along?
Yeah, a little comment about that. Yeah, that wasn't the first time when they flying objects into the moon, and yeah, it is hollow. And if you're thinking like there's no magnetic field, not that much, 1/3 what we have here, the magnetic field on the moon, and that's because probably there's no liquid inside the moon. And now if it's the seismic sensors, they say it's vibrating or whatnot, then well, possibly it is empty inside. I don't think it's man-made, or I'm not man-made, but somebody made it. I think it is possible to be hollow. If you think about that, the moon is actually, hold on, the moon is not spinning. The Earth is spinning, right? So the moon is not spinning. So I don't know why it would be hollow, but hey, never know. It was an old rotten coconut. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, there's a movie out, and they make inference that aliens built the moon and so on. It's a good movie. I like it, but they have a lot of facts right in making the movie, so it really made me very interested in it. So they knew what they were talking about. Okay, Arpad, thank you very much for joining us and spending some time with us. Much appreciated, sir. Anything else?
No, not much. I'm going to hang out a little bit and checking some stuff on the internet here, so I will be listening on the side. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Arpad. VA3VAD. Well, let's see who else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My station is in East Hamilton, and my name is Chuck. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VE3 after you.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
Okay, I heard two stations there. One of them was doubling with another. I heard FJJ and Charlie Echo Uniform. Is there someone else?
Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha.
Okay, Wade, got you in there. 3 stations then. Okay, I'd just like to remind everyone that we are streaming live on YouTube. If you want to listen to yourself or to the net, you can just play it back or put it wherever you like. There's a slider at the bottom. You can move back and forth. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there. Okay, let's go to VE3FJJ. Flynn, good evening, sir. How are you?
Well, good evening, Chuck, and everyone on net. Just thought I say a general hello to everybody and yourself, and things are good over here.
Ah, right on. You're sounding good. Are you still working 2 jobs or what?
Oh, yeah, still going, still kicking strong.
Ah, right on. Okay. So are you interested in that hockey game that's coming up at Tim Hortons Stadium?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know what was going on over there because I got so much stuff going on. But televised, maybe I'll watch it. If not, well, then I'll probably miss out. But let's see who wins.
Yeah. It's Toronto versus Buffalo, Sunday, March 13th. So in a couple of Sundays, and it's Heritage Classic. And so right here at Hortons Field, I sure hope that we can see it on TV as well.
Well, yeah, or we'll have to sit at the Brow and have some pretty high-tech binoculars to watch it.
The Leafs are going to choke.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who chokes. It's an outdoor game. You don't see that in hockey very often. They're usually all indoors. So it's nice that it's here in Hamilton this time around. That's all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It kind of reminds me of this, I don't know, growing up, I remember a book or something they always read to you in class or whatever, but I can't remember the exact name of the book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll have to do some research and find out how often the NHL has played outside. It's interesting. But yeah, you wouldn't catch me sitting sitting out there unless it was 14 degrees like this Sunday there, George's birthday.
Well, yeah, exactly, right. But no, it kind of reminds me of like I said, that story thing they said something about in school or something like that. It was just from the general aspect of an outdoor hockey game. But anyways, well, let's see what happens. Wins or whatever, and it's kind of cool that it's here in Hamilton.
Yeah, same here. I think it's pretty cool. It's in Hamilton too. So Hamilton is great city. Actually, there's a lot of firsts that Hamilton has been involved with, and so yeah, it's nice to have the world know that we're on the map. So with the advent of internet and all that, I remember when I used to talk on 11 meters there, Flynn, and most Americans thought we still had igloos in the middle of July.
Oh, so it's like living in igloos and tar paper shacks and having no electricity.
Yeah. Listen, I have an uncle that used to be a CBSB border a border cop, and he's told me a bunch of stories about Americans coming up in the middle of summer, with ski equipment and that, and they'd ask, which way to the snow, and this is in July, right? And of course, he'd say, yeah, just keep going north. It might take you 2 days, but 3 days, but just keep going north. Oh man, yeah. A lot of Americans are challenged.
Yeah, exactly. But what are you supposed to say when they ask you that, right? Yeah, just keep driving north.
Yeah. I'm sure he had a whole whack more stories there about things that happen at the border. At least they're not like the U.S. At their southern border there in Mexico. I would never want to work there, boy. Woo. Anyways, thank you, Flynn. Are you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll be sticking around for the duration of the net, so I will definitely talk to you on the next round.
Okay, sounds good, Flynn. You got a great signal, good audio as always. And so let's go to VE3 Charlie Echo Uniform. Tomas, how are you?
VA3CJZ, VE3CU. Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net there. Whoever can hear me there. I'm just on my portable handheld here, so I didn't set up the other one. But things are possibly looking up there. It looks like the town of Wolfville, between them and the union, looks like we got our contract all set up. Just got to make the vote tomorrow. I'm hoping that the vote will definitely come as a positive instead of a negative this time around. So how are you doing there, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I guess, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes there, union or not. When there's a strike there, not it doesn't always turn out good. Listen, do you know anything about the story I heard on the news about the Ancaster bus drivers are not on time, some are not showing up, and they're blaming it all on COVID-19? There's a story about a bunch of kids that, school starts at 8:15 and a bus doesn't even show up.
Yeah, I seen that on the news there. That's not the transit drivers. That's the school bus drivers, and I don't think it's really got a lot to do with the COVID-19. It may have something to do with it, but what that's got to do with the lateness is the school bus shortage. Transit drivers, there's not really as much of a shortage as there is school bus drivers. But everywhere you go, there's a big, huge. It's just a high demand for school bus drivers. They just can't find them. And I mean, this is something that's not been going on the last little while. It's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah. Interesting. They were just pointing out the Ancaster school buses there. I just was wondering what the heck's going on. Is there a breakout amongst school bus drivers in Ancaster, or it's got to be something else? But anyways, Tom, you're doing great there. I got an S8 on you here at my location, which is Center Mall in East Hamilton, and you sounding good. A little bit of noise with your transmission, but you're sounding good, and you can play yourself back there on the YouTube. Just look us up on YouTube, and you can check it out there.
Absolutely, I will do that. Yeah, I just come back a few minutes ago. I went to fill my car up with gas. I had about a half a tank. I guess the gas prices are going up 7 cents a liter. So the lights out there. There's lineups for getting gas. So if you need gas, Chuck, before midnight.
Yeah. No, we're good. We went to the res there on Saturday, Sunday. So, I know. When I heard the news on Monday, they said by Thursday gas will have gone up 6 or 7 cents from the price it currently was. So, it's gonna go up a little higher. They're saying before it flattens out. I don't know why we don't use our own, but anyways.
Yeah, very good, very good. That's about it from this end for now, Chuck. Getting you at about an S10 here on the handheld here, and I heard our pad in there. He's giving me about the same signal here in Burlington on this handheld here. So that's about it for now, Chuck. I'll stick around for a little while. I can still sleep in. So we'll pass it back to you. CE3, CEU.
Okay, very good, Tom. Thanks for taking the time out and checking in with us on the AREG. I have a funny feeling there. If everything goes well, we won't be able to get you too late on the net once you start working again. But glad to have you aboard for sure. Take care, Tom. That's VE3 Charlie Echo uniform in Burlington on the handheld. Great job. Let's go to Dundas and say hello to Wade, VA3 NCA.
Thanks, Chuck, and good evening, everybody. Just a quick check-in. I've been following along and noticing how much better, I guess, my antenna on 2 meters than 70, because I have you really strong at a 9, 15 over with my preamp on, and I never hear George, a couple stations back there on direct, but I could get him tonight, not opening the squelch on at my station, but when I turn that down, I can hear him and copy him. So that was interesting. Other than that, nothing to report except that my PC just updated the weather and said snow coming. So that's ominous. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't amount to too much. Anyways, I'll send it back to you via 3NCA. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, no problem there, Wade. Thanks for joining us. The snow is only going to be maybe 1 or 2 centimeters just for a couple hours. They're saying it's going to snow. They said it was going to start. It's probably about an hour late now. I think they said it was going to start at 8 and stop around 11. So, yeah, over here, Wade, you're full strength, full scale at my location at the Center Mall, and so George isn't that much further uh, east of me, but yeah, maybe there's just that little thing knocking the signal there because George gets out pretty good. All right, Wade. Well, thanks again for joining us there, and we'll try calling you again next round.
Okay, sounds great. I'll be listening along and on the side. Thanks, Chuck. Back to you, VA3NCA.
All right, very good. Well, let's see who else is out there would like to join us for this week's edition of the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG. And this is week 1,485 weeks that AREG has been on the air consecutively once a week. 1,485 weeks. That's a lot of weeks. Okay, with that, let's see if anybody else would like to check in with us. Please come now.
3 LBI.
And 9. Okay, VE3 LBI. Larry, good evening.
Evening, all. Everybody on the net. Just check in, see what was going on tonight.
Hey, not too much, not too much. I did have a 10-second question, but I didn't really end up following through with it. But I do have a 10-second question for you there, Larry. I know that you did a net with a subject about call signs. And tonight I thought I'd ask if you got the call sign that you wanted, and if you didn't, which one was it that you did want?
No, I got the call sign that I wanted. I picked.
Yeah, I picked mine too, but I mean, it wasn't the letters, the 3 suffix letters that I originally wanted, but pretty darn close, other than the Zulu part there. As for me, yeah, mine would have been CJC. That would have been a hard one to say. V3 Charlie Juliet Charlie. I say that fast.
Yeah, there was a guy on POTA, and the last 3 letters of his call sign are PPP. Pa.
Oh God, yeah, and Kevin's got 2. Thankfully, eh? KKP. Oh yeah, that's K's, not P's. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking if I didn't get a call sign close to the one I have now, I would have liked to have gotten a VE or VA. It doesn't matter to me, but the last 3 letters would have been SOG. Some old guy. VE3, some old guy.
I don't know if it's available or not, but this guy, and I don't know how this guy ever gets away when he's doing it because it's like I say, you sound like you're stuttering almost, or you're shooting a gun and papa papa papa.
I know, right? Yeah, some of those, especially South Americans, there, when they say their call signs, it's fast. Well, the Latin language is spoken very fast too. So is the Italian.
Yeah, actually, the bands were good today. And by the way, the moon is made out of cheese. Everybody knows that, so it's not hollow. Uh, Today, well, this afternoon they kind of die off in the evening. Weekend was good, really good. Other than that, yeah, I just got into Italy today. Uh, Puerto Rico was coming in like crazy, picking up parks. There was one guy in Puerto
Hmm.
Rico, and you swear to God, he was sitting beside you. His audio was so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been noticing quite a few bands opening up there. 10, 12, 17, um, even 15. Been opening up the last few days there. So I've made a few contacts in that band range myself, and got a couple of new countries as well. So quite pleased.
Yeah, 17 was excellent on Sunday. I did get 3 or 4 contacts on Sunday on 17, but it like it's up and down. A lot of QSB, and it just kind of floats and like a wave.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Still, even recently, there I was noticing one day I was trying to get a hold of this one station, and as soon as I key up, the signal kind of dropped right into the mud, right? So I had to wait for the signal to come back up again.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's just like a wave. QSB coming in and leaving, and it's like you hear the guy at 5.9. Next thing goes down like 1.1. You can barely hear him, right? And then he comes back up again. So yeah, you got to wait for it and just get that spot there. And even into Texas and Florida the last couple of days, really loud. You go in there like a 5.9. They give you you get a report back. You're looking at it, you're like, you guys are like 5.5. So I just coming out of Canada, we seem to be really strong to the other areas, but getting it back, it seems to be a little bit. Anyways, got a little bit of snow falling out there. I was just outside. Nothing major by any means.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I know they were calling for some, just a little bit, but yep. Looking forward to that plus 14 on Sunday.
Yeah, but isn't it supposed to rain?
Yeah, who cares?
Well, I'd rather it not rain and be plus 14. I'm going to sit there and look at the rain.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with sitting on the front porch. I don't have a rocking chair, but I do have a chair, and sit there with my dog and have a coffee and cigarette and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess you should have got that call.
some old guy. All right, Larry. Well, thanks for checking in with us. Much appreciated, sir. Other than that, things are good with the family.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. Yep, son-in-law's away again, working out of town. So coming home on Fridays, goes up Monday mornings, goes back on Fridays. He's not that far away. He's only 2 hours instead of in Winnipeg for whatever. But no, he's a lot closer.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends in Winnipeg. I even spent a winter there, and that nickname they have, Winter Peg. Oh yeah, it suits them.
Well, I think he spent enough of winters out there too. He's supposed to go for 3 months, and he was out there for 6, so he had enough. They don't want him to go back.
Oh yeah, yeah, nice place. I know in Winnipeg. I know Brandon. Winnipeg is a rockin' town, though. It's kind of like Edmonton. Um, you know, uh, a lot of bar activity, and well, back in the day, anyways. I know in the '80s there was a couple of famous bars since closed, but yeah,
He was doing. It's a facility, government facility. He was doing a demolition, and I guess the first day he got there, he was met by a couple of guards carrying AK-47s. They kind of like interrogated him what he was doing there, And they escorted him to his proper location, and then he carried on from there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, when you're in an area that's sensitive, you can expect that.
Anyways, he's back home now. All right, back over to you, Chuck. See who else is in there. I'll listen along.
All right. Thank you for that there, Larry. Okay. Anyone else like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right. Well, you know what that means. Mac is going to like this because on this day, Dr. Zeus was born in 1904, died in 1991. I have another Dr. Zeus a little later on. I bet you don't know this guy's name. His name is Jerry Redding. He's an American hairdresser and businessman who created the Jerry curl and also hair conditioner. He was born in Illinois in 1907 and passed away in 1998. The guy's name was Jerry Redding, inventor of the Jerry curl. Oh, you guys remember I Love Lucy? Well, Ricky Ricardo, also known as Desi Arnaz, was born in 1917 on this day and passed away in 1986. He was known as Ricky Ricardo, and he was born in Cuba. Let's see now. Oh, this one's for PDL. Too bad he's not here. This name I've never heard of, but let's go with it. Bill Quackenbush was born on this day in 1922. That's right. Bill Quackenbush, a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame defenseman, 8 times NHL All-Star with the Boston Bruins and Detroit Red Wings, born in Toronto and died in 1999. Bill Quackenbush. What do you think? Oh, let's not forget, Porky Pig was born on this day, 1935. Warner Brothers cartoon character created by Fritz Freeling and Frank Tashlin, Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies series. First debut in I Haven't Got a Hat. That's the first episode with Porky Pig. Bon Jovi, born today in 1962. And finally, Daniel Craig, everybody's favorite Bond, James Bond, was born in 1968 today. So there you go. He was born in Chester, England. All right, well, let's do another call out and see if anybody else is out there would like to join us on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My station is in East Hamilton, and my name is Chuck, and we're looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VE3.
VE3, Papa Foxtrot Hotel.
All right, heard 2 stations there. I heard GNP and PFH. Let's say hello to Garnett, VE3GNP.
Yeah, just give me a quick check-in, Chuck. I'll probably be listening along. I may not be here for next go-around, but I'll be around for a little bit.
All right there, Garnett. Everything good with you? Feeling all right?
Yeah, so far.
Okay, then. All righty. Nothing exciting to add to the net? How's Patty?
She's doing good. She's going back to Nova Scotia in April. She just come back up. We just looked for a house down there.
Yeah, sure. She's got a house on Oak Island, and it's next to the Money Pit.
We only wish.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, apparently they got 10-foot canisters going down into the ground now over there, so it's getting pretty intense. All right, very good then, Garnett. Thanks for checking in. Much appreciated, sir. we'll call on you again soon. All right, let's go to VE3 Papa Foxtrot Hotel. Pete, how's it going?
Good evening. Yeah, it's going pretty good there. Just come in from walking the dog. It seems like starting to get a little, like a bit of snow out there. I don't know how much we're supposed to get, but yeah, it's a little damp out there, but not freezing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my security camera out there, and the walkway is starting to get covered. So they're saying it's supposed to stop around 11-ish, 11 o'clock. So it's not going to be much.
Spring's near, what is it, 19 more days till?
Something like that.
And old man winters, I think we're through most of it.
Yeah, yeah. What happened to you posting every single day how many days are left in spring? Are you still doing that?
I think it's 19 now.
I know for a few across the same post, but with a one less day every day. So, yeah, less than 3 weeks to go. Can't wait.
Ahead, fall back. Yeah, we're working a spring ahead.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, on the 13th of this month.
Oh, same day they're having that hockey game at Tim Hortons Field. Okay, good to know. Gonna have to keep a note of that. Wow, already. That's all right. That's good. Good news.
Yeah, I got my second COVID shot there, and what else? Yeah, got that, and what else was I going to see?
No, I don't know. Did you ever did you lose your radio or something, or did you find it, or?
Oh yeah, the bow thing. Yeah, it fell off my little workbench here and fell behind the paint cans. Maybe found it 2 months later.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I've sworn I've seen an item in the house, and then next thing you know, you can't find it for months, and you look and you look and you look, you can't find it, and then all of a sudden you just look somewhere one day and it is like magic.
Yeah, I know I was luring around with something there. Then I remember hearing it fall, but I just can't remember. I was out and about with it earlier in the day, and I just didn't remember it and got sidetracked. Needed some paint to do some touching up there, and I grabbed one can, and then I seen the antenna poking out.
That's Alzheimer's.
Yeah, we all get a little of that there, Rick, every once in a while.
Oh yeah, especially after you smoke some good green vegetables.
That's right. You know it.
Oh yeah, all kinds of things happen then. Yeah, you forget why you walk into a room, and you're looking for your glasses and they're sitting there on your head. Oh yeah.
Yeah, multitasking, eh? You forget.
Yeah, yeah. Sure do. All right, Pete. Well, nice hearing from you. I haven't heard you much on where you hanging out lately.
I listen to that 147 420. Go up there and listen a bit of on 10 meter there. There's been some skip rolling in lately. Actually, today I was had to go to the hospital there. I had some swelling in my leg. Supposed to go there yesterday, but I put it off. The nurse said it could be probably like a blood clot or something, so I had to go get checked to make sure it wasn't a blood clot. But everything's all okay. I think it's just swollen from the dialysis, doing the dialysis and stuff.
No, okay. So is the swelling still there, or has it gone down?
Well, I told him whenever I go for a short drive, like to go pick up the daughter and like get out of the truck, for some reason my feet are really sore. So not only give me a prescription for like or orthodontic or whatever, like I don't know, for get something for my feet to make them more comfortable, like insoles or maybe some shoes. I don't know.
The orthopedics, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Butch. The special insoles and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I forgot. I was going to ask you that if I heard you on the radio, and I completely slipped my mind there. I saw your post earlier, so I'm glad you're feeling better. We don't want any blood clots.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Hey, Bush, did you get another dog?
No, I didn't. We just got the wife's little dog.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I heard you talking about it, so I wasn't sure if you had got another one or not.
Actually, a buddy of mine there, he was just telling me about a King Shepherd there. It's a young one there where someone has in Caledonia, and they can't take care of it there, so I might look into that. And the wife's saying, well, ain't that too soon? Well, when we had our Duchess there, and when she died there, like after she died, we got found Duke 12 hours after she died, so that was pretty soon.
Yeah, that's true, and it's never too soon. But yeah, well, good luck with that. I just heard you say something about taking the dog for a walk because I wasn't sure if you got a new one or not there. Okay, I'll pass it back over to Chuck. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, no problem there, Larry. And that little dog they have there, Peppy, cute little dog. So at least you're not without a furry, four-legged friend. But if it belongs to, well, the wife has more access to a smaller dog, I guess. Anyways, all right, Pete, thanks for jumping in there. Much appreciated, my friend. Anything else before we do another call out?
I was thinking I should grab that dog there, then I could go back out on my walks. That's probably why the legs are swelling up, sitting on the arse because of this COVID and stuff. And yeah, you never know, hey? You get the need all there, then things start happening, like, freaking swelling up, and who knows. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, we'll be listening. B3 PFH. Yeah, we'll talk to you in a bit. There, we'll be listening.
Yeah, when did you get the shot?
Oh geez, a couple weeks ago or whatever. And yeah, also there, I quit smoking there. I never had a smoke except since the 20th. Actually, I lied. I had one cigarette since the 20th. I found it in the cupboard and it was broken. So I rolled, used rolling paper, glued it together, and I smoked it. Just been doing vaping. Went out and got a couple of vape pens.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on quitting there. I know you're not 100% there yet, but takes a bit of time, so you'll get there. Good for you, actually. I wanna quit too. All right, Butch. Thank you very much, sir. You're sounding great. Full strength, good audio, and your check-in number 13. So let's see if we can get number 14 in here. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. Okay, just want to remind everyone that we are streaming live on YouTube. Just put VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there or under the title AREG Week 1485. Okay. How about on this day? 1904 Stanley Cup, Montreal, Westmount, Quebec. Montreal Wanderers and Ottawa HC tie at 5-5. And Montreal is disqualified for refusing to play second game in Ottawa. And so that's interesting. I didn't know that. Those Quebecers, they're anti-Ontario, I tell you, going all the way back to 1904. No wonder I always get a frosty reception from people in Quebec there when you tell them you're from Ontario. Doesn't matter if you speak French. If you're from Ontario, they hate your guts. All right. That was in 1904. And so, yeah, I guess Ottawa wins the cup by default. I have to look into that. Oh, and King Kong film, very first one, came out in 1933 on this day, starring Frey. So that's how old that movie is. Wow. Okay. 1962 on this day, Philadelphia Wilt Chamberlain scores 100 points, most ever by an NBA player in a single game. And Warriors 169 to 147 win over the New York Knicks. Wow, crazy. 100 points. Okay, and on this day, 1965, one of the most popular musical films of all time, The Sound of Music, starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer, premieres. Won Best Picture the next in 66, so good for them. All right, anyone else out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right, I heard a faint VA3 NFG portable. Steve up on the escarpment. Good evening, Steve.
Oh, hey, Chuck. What's going on? How's everybody doing there? Everyone sounding okay? Good and loud, as they should.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that was an old movie. King Kong. What year was it?
1933 with Fay Ray. And I remember seeing that as a kid, black and white movie.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. What was it, about 5 frames per second?
Yeah. Well, TV's come a long way. I remember the old Sinbad movie, animatronics there or whatever. They were using putty characters for their giants and cyclops. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember that Cyclops giant there scooping a sailor up, complaining that he tasted stringy.
Yeah. So do that and check out the 2020 or whatever it was, the latest King Kong movie there. I think it's King Kong versus Godzilla. Actually, pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to look out for that one. Yeah, so what's the temperature out here? I know we're on the plus side. That's good news. Get rid of some of this snow. It is. Is it snowing? Either raining or snow? Oh, it is. Well, that sucks. Oh, well, so much for that bit of good luck. Oh, well, what can you do? Back to you, Chuck, VA3 NFG Portable.
Yeah, there's Steve. My front security camera, and see my walkway is covered in snow, but nothing really substantial. They're calling for 2 hours, 3 hours worth of snow. That's it. So it's actually reading plus 1.7 outside here on my front porch. So yeah, it's not going to be much.
Oh, that's good. Not enough for a snowman, but yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be gone by noon tomorrow, whatever falls tonight. I don't think they're calling for much of an accumulation.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. So, but anyways, keep your ears open on Friday night around 8 o'clock. There's going to be a ARRL International DX contest for sideband, and that's for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160 for sideband, and that's going to go on for 2 days. So Friday around 8 o'clock till Sunday 8 o'clock. So that should be interesting.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder. I will get my desk area there a little tidied up so I can contacts, hopefully.
Yeah, I've managed to make a couple of new country contacts there recently, and yeah, I mean we're not going too crazy logging a lot of contacts, but I kind of pick and choose mine now, and so uh, there are some stations that are pretty strong that come in, and those are the stations like there's one in where is it, Slovenia or whatever, the guy S51DX and his brother S57DX. They never confirm, never.
Yeah, well, just keep them in the list. I've gone back to some past contacts from 2015 or 2017, and maybe they're signed up by then, or they'll confirm it. And I've had one come back confirmed. Uh, Actually, no, I think two of them came back confirmed when I did that. So you never know. Somebody could be away from QRZ for 6 months or a year or whatever. Maybe they're moving or relocating or something like that. And when they get back hooked up to the net, then they may confirm it. So yeah, never drop those unconfirmed contacts. Keep those in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Because I've had at the turn of the new year, in the first week of January, I get a whole bunch of confirmations, and they're like a year old. And so yeah, some guys only do it once a year or however many times. But oh yeah, definitely hold on to them for sure. All right, Steve, you got the weekend off, or are you working?
No, I gotta work. I gotta work this weekend. I'm off tomorrow, but no, I've gotta work. But he said it starts at 8 p.m. Friday, so I'll be home by then. I'll be way home by then. I only work till about 3:30, I think, on Friday, so it's not too bad.
All right, very good, Steve. Well, thanks for taking the time out to check in with us. Your check-in number 14 tonight.
All right, Chuck. What's the signal strength down there?
Well, you're full strength now. When you first checked in, it was kind of low, but yeah, you're solid now.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, yeah, I'm just on the portable here in the back sunroom.
You gotta wait
That's
another
good.
half an hour.
Good to know the old portable is working. All right, Chuck. Awesome. I'll let you get back to it and search out check-in number 15. Thanks for doing the net, and we'll be hanging around for a bit. VA3 NFG portable.
All right, very good then. Okay, one more call out. Anyone else like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right. Well, let's not keep Mac waiting too much longer. We hope he was happy with the on this day, And let's go to VE3IMW.
I'm sure I'm not number one on the list, but absolutely, yes. I was waiting for on this day, and I'm really excited with the additional news of the outdoor game being played here in Hamilton this year. And I think over the last 5 to 6 years, they've done 1 or 2 heritage games outdoors, and bringing back the pond hockey and that kind of approach is certainly a positive. The only thing that disappoints me is that they scheduled this game to be in a football field rather than out on the lake, and I think it would have been so much more fun if they had had a natural pond where they had some good ice, and then have it set up so that Buffalo and Toronto could have squared off, and they both would have choked, and it would have been a 0-0 game. But that's probably what you can look forward to anyways. Back to you.
Yeah, I don't think the insurance companies would go for a pond game for, the extreme possibility of somebody falling in or somebody starting to do ice fishing or who knows. But outdoors. I mean, it doesn't matter what it's on, but it's outdoors. I mean, I remember as a kid in my neighborhood, we had a school a block or 2 away from my house, and ice rink in the winter there. You go out there at night and watch the guy watering the rink, and oh man, that was the best.
Yeah, there's the Gilkson Park, not too far away from my place here. They actually set up a baseball diamond, and they border it off, and the neighbors chip in, and they spend time watering the ice rink on a regular basis. And the kids have a great time over there, and neighbors get out and shovel the snow off it and re-water it, and it's usually pretty active until it all turns to soup. That's the kind of outdoor activity that you want to see this type of game played on, rather than I guess what I'm hearing is that they're in there with refrigerant pipes and all the rest of the stuff, so they're probably building up a makeshift ice rink in an outdoor environment. But do you have any idea of how much they're selling tickets for this event for?
No, sir, I do not. But I did have a search. Oh, I don't have it. I closed that website, so no, I don't. But yeah, it'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, I think the whole idea of the Heritage Outdoor Games is to make it accessible and inexpensive. So if they're selling entrance fees that's exorbitant rates, then it just kind of defeats the whole Heritage point of view. Like if it's not $6 a ticket, there's a problem there, because the Heritage is lost. Somebody's making money on it.
Yeah.
Anyways, too bad we haven't heard Art in here tonight. KCP, KCI, yeah.
KCI.
Haven't heard a ripple out of him, but here's open, and we'll see what happens between now and then. Anything else, Chuck? Any other on this day highlights that you're going to share with
us? Okay, well, speaking of hockey, in 1966, Jean Béliveau scores his 380th career NHL goal when Montreal ties Toronto 3-3, moves him ahead of Ted Lindsay into the number 3 spot of all time, behind Gordie Howe and Maurice Richard. I've actually met Gordie Howe. I used to work security at the Royal Canal Hotel, and he stayed there, and I met him there and caught him when he was in a better mood than when he checked in, because apparently he was swarmed and uh, didn't respond kindly. And so when he checked out in the early morning hours, when he did check out there, when there was no one else up, I was up because I was working the night shift, and had a short chat with him. And he gave me a 12-pack of beer that Bobby Hall had gave him for the from the Formosa Brewing Company. And Howe said he was crossing the border and didn't want to have any hassle with it, so he said, "Here you go." I should have got him to sign the case.
Did you actually drink that stuff? Like, because I remember what like, it's the worst part of 50 and Bud Light or whatever. It's just foul, foul dishwater.
Yes, I did. I forced myself to drink those beers. After the first one, they all go down good. Uh, and that was in the early 90s. That was in between 91 and 94. Find out when Gordie Howe turned 65, and that was the years that I met him. So that was one of the nice moments I've had meeting celebrities. Include Tommy Chong. He used to come twice a year to Yuck Yucks down at the Royal Canal Hotel there, the comedy club, and he'd perform there twice a year and stayed at the hotel. Beautiful wife. Um, who else? Oh, I had a cigarette outside the hotel with Frank Gorshin, the original Riddler on the Batman series from 1965. I had a smoke outside, and he was out there, and we chit chatted. Really nice man.
So was that in the happy days or the unhappy days of the 706? Oh, by the way, are those tapes still for sale?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to inquire if they're still around.
Oh yeah, actually, mentioning the meetings up with these hockey players. I remember when they opened. I forget what it was called, but was a little pub on Centennial Parkway down by the QEW, and Maurice Richard and a few others were brought in there, and there was kind of meet and greets that were going on, and that would have been early 90s. I can't tell you how many of these old-time hockey players came in for that. So, yeah, good memories. Roger that.
All right, very interesting, Mac. I didn't know that, but I do know that a lot of the Montreal Canadiens, when they uh, retired there, they opened up restaurants and bars. That was one of the things I do remember. Very good, Mac. Well, we're going to run down the list there. It's already 9:38 p.m. I think we're going to have to make this a 7-3 round.
We can do that. Absolutely. Nothing else to add. It's always a pleasure to chuckle along with Chuckles and check in with Chicken or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, good-natured group. And what's up with North End Richard tonight? I haven't heard him in there.
Oops. I read his posts on Facebook there once a day. I haven't heard from him. Hope he's okay. We haven't heard PDL in there and a couple others, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. And just for you, Mac, on this day in 1976, Walt Disney records its 50 millionth guest. That was, almost 50 years, 46 years ago. They had 50 million people walk through their gates. Okay, anything else there, Mac, before we move along?
No, as our little pig friend would say, bitty, bitty, bitty. That's all, folks.
Very good. Okay, Mac, thanks for spending time with us. Much appreciated, sir. let's move down the list there. How about Rick? VA3AXJ. You there, Rick?
Yeah. What's going on with that, Mac? I thought I was number one. Just stole my spot. But that's all right. I don't mind. Anyhow, yeah, so now I'm finished rolling my nickels and dimes to pay for my truck, get out of the garage. I'm on the handheld right now, so I'm actually watching it snowing in Ukraine. It's snowing pretty good too. Anyhow, not much more to say. Just that I'm gonna trees and I'm gonna be got a frog in the throat here. Anyhow, good job there, Chucky, and well, I'll get back to you next week. Back to you.
Yo, Bart.
Some old guy. VE3SOG. No, some old guy. Okay, Rick. Thanks for sharing. I know you're on the handheld. You're trying to save some hydro so you can get your truck out. Maybe you'll take a paper route there to get some change for your Timmy's coffee. All right, Rick. Thanks a bunch for sticking around this long. Much appreciated. Sorry about not calling you first, second time around. Thank you, Rick. All right, let's move down the list here and see who's next. We got VE3RPP. Last call, Rick.
Yeah, I'm here.
I guess another call could be SOF, some old fart.
It's my father. That should be his sign.
Hey, Rick, we'll call you VE3 SOF, and I can be VE3 SOG. All right, Rick, any Junior there, anything else for the net before we go down the list?
No. Just wanted to say, everybody have a good night. Be safe.
Yeah, and good luck with your insurance and repairing the vehicle and all that stuff. I hope that works out for you very soon. VE3RPP in the East End of Hamilton. Let's stay in the East End and go to VE3LDZ. Larry, last call. Oh, maybe he's out walking walking the pooch there. All right, well, let's go to VE3GBD. George, last call, George. All right, well, let's see if RPAD's still around. VA3VAD.
Yeah, I'm here. Programming a Motorola radio here, and I had some difficulties with it, and I was going to program this repeater into it, and I realized it's a digital-only radio, and you can't put to it. So I don't know. I guess that's going to be the future now. The radios are all going to be digital, and the FM is history now.
Yeah, it's all moving over to 11 meters. So yeah, I guess all the new CB radios now all have FM on there, right?
Yeah, no, this is a Motorola one, Motorola radio, and somebody asked me to put some frequencies, some of their local repeaters into it, and I tried it, and then I went on the internet, and basically they're saying this radio is actually digital only. It's a DMR and I don't know, some kind of stuff. So you cannot use FM in it. No, the CBs in Europe, they for a long time now they are FM only. So yeah, they don't use the AM. They're not allowed to use the AM. And interestingly, every country, they are part of the European Union, but every country has their own rules. The frequencies are and whatnot, and they don't have like a European Union. So the truck drivers, when they go from one country to another, they have to set the radio to that country, and they program that into the radio. So when you go to Poland, when you're crossing into Poland, you're switching to the Polish channels. Then when you go to Germany, you go to the German channel. So it's a little bit crazy. But yeah, they're all using FM now.
Yeah, I remember I had to buy an export radio to get that there. I got a RCI Texas Ranger 10, 11, 12 meter. So, yeah, it should be interesting what kind of radios and how much money they want for them nowadays, being as the FCC has opened up FM for 11 meters.
Well, look at the marine radios. You could went to Radio World for $120. You can buy a brand new handheld marine radio. Now they changed everything, and you have to have the ID in it, whatever they call it, ISDN or something. I don't know how they call that digital code. So basically, you have to have a GPS in your handheld or a mobile radio in the marine, and if in case of an emergency, it would send out the GPS location, and it's beaconing out your location, so other boats are not going to crash into you in the dark. And now you go and take a look at Radio World website. You can't buy anything less than $400, so you can't buy the cheap handy walkie-talkie anymore.
Yeah. Well, everything's going up. For sure. Okay, Arpad. Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us. I want to thank you for sticking around and being part of the net. Much appreciated. I want to wish you the great rest of the evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow night. You have any plans for the weekend, Arpad? Are you going anywhere?
No, I don't think so. No plans. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be a nice weekend. Oh, and one more thing about the marine radios. When you buy a marine radio, the dealer has to program your ID. You have to apply to the government, and if you buy it at Radio World, they have to program the radio. You can do it and program your own number, but if you are going to put in twice the wrong number, then you break the radio. So you have to go buy a new one. Now, when you're going to install that radio, because that unique number belongs to that boat, which was the boat registration number, you cannot remove that radio from the boat. So if the boat is going to be sold, the radio goes with it. If you have two boats, you can't put the radio in from one to another. So that's how restricted now they are. So yeah, I told one of my friends of mine bought a boat, and he was bitching about how expensive that new radio was. And I told him, hey, buddy, if you're going to sell that goes with it. No, I keep the radio. It was too much money. No, you can't. That's the registration number and your unique number for the radio is basically it's linked together in the government website. So, anyways, just in case anybody is planning to buy some marine radios, the flea market and try to buy some really old ones, and just put it on the channel and have a listen and use it as a backup. And thank you very much to running the net. You're doing a good job. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Delta.
Okay, Arpad, and thank you. Have a great night. VA3 VAD. Let's go to Flynn and say 7-3 VE3FJJ. Flynn, last call.
Well, hello, Dirt Chuck. I didn't know it was 73 round already, but anyways, always a pleasure. Thanks for having the net. Do an amazing job, and yeah, looking forward to next Wednesday.
All right, friend. Thanks for sticking around. As always, my friend, much appreciated. You take her easy, and we'll talk to you again real soon. VE3FJ. I don't expect Tom to be there, but we'll try. VE3 Charlie Echo Uniform. Last call. Let's try Debbie one more time. VA3OYL. Debbie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know if you called me before, but I've been sitting at the radio. Anyway, good net, and you're doing a great job, Chuck. We appreciate what you're doing. I'll say 7-3 to all, and we'll catch you next week. VA3OYL.
All right, Deb. Yeah, you must have been zoned out for a quick second there. We did give a call out to you a few minutes ago, and but that's good. That's why I went back to you just now there, and just want to say thanks for checking in this week. I'm glad you don't have a migraine, and so you take care, and we'll talk to you again soon, hopefully. VA3OYL. Next on the list is Wade, sticking in the West End. Let's go to VA3NCA. You there, Wade? Last call.
I'm still here, Chuck. Thanks for calling me on the 73 round here. I'll just really quickly put in an answer to your question. So my last name is 3 letters, and so I was hoping to pick up November India Echo for my last name, but I'm gonna have to move to a province, I think, before I can pick that up. So in the meantime, I got November Charlie Alpha. That's the story behind me not getting the first or second VAVE NIE. Anyways, I'll say 73 to everybody and pass it back. Thanks for doing it, Chuck. VA3NCA.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, listen, maybe when they run out of VA3s, they'll open up another designation there and you'll have a shot at the letters you want.
Yeah, Roger, I'll have to keep an eye on that. One of my call sign watching script also looks for November India Echo, and I don't know CW, but I do know INE. It would be a relatively short one to have in it. So maybe that's another reason for NIE. Yep. Keep my eyes open. Hopefully they open up more blocks. Back to you. Thanks for doing it. The A3NCA.
All right, Wade. Thanks for sticking around and sharing with us again tonight. VA3NCA. Larry, VE3LBI. Last call, Larry. All right, let's try Garnett. VE3GNP. Last call, Garnett. All right, maybe he's letting the dog out. Let's go to VE3PFH. Pete, you there? All righty. Well, let's get the last person on the list, and that's VA3 November Fox Golf.
Oh, hey, Chuck. I didn't think you'd get around to me there. I'm in the house here now. Good enough there, Chuck. Keep on doing what you're doing. And we all appreciate it. Right back to you, Chuck, VA3NFG.
All right, Steve. Well, thanks for being part of the net. Much appreciated, sir. You know what they say, the more the merrier. So we're getting our usual. Well, we got 14 check-ins tonight, and we're usually right around the 15 mark. So no complaints from me. I enjoy each and every one of you, and yeah, it's been an awesome evening. So with that, let's see if there's anybody else who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and we're located here in East Hamilton. We're also streaming live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the YouTube search box. We do have one gentleman listening along with us. Mighty Microbes said he's listening from the Hamilton Mountain. So there we go. Okay, so anyone else like to join us here on the AREG? Please come now.
VE3EIR.
Hey, there's some while. VE3EIR. Don, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Chuck. I heard you're looking for 15, and I just get into the nick of time there at 5 minutes to 10.
Yeah, absolutely there, Don. Made it with 5 minutes to spare. So, how's things been there? Good or?
Yeah, things have been very good, Chuck. Haven't caught the virus. Being careful. Everything is going good.
All right, Don. Well, yeah, I got an S8 on you, and as you know, we are streaming live. Replay that anytime. So I got you at an S8, and you are hugging a little too much. We're getting the P and the F sound coming through the mic there, but other than that, doing a great job down here to the center mall.
Yeah. Okay, Chuck. I had the YouTube on, and I'm going to, of course, play it back. I'm talking now a little farther away.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. You sound just right there. And so, that YouTube is a great tool. You can listen to it, put the slider back and forth where you like. And of course, I put a clock on there. And so it's 9:56 at the moment, but gives you an idea where to put um, the slider bar to listen back to. So glad you're doing good there, Don. I don't have any news from John. I don't know if he's living out in the streets of Manitouwadge or what. No one has given me any updates.
Okay, well, thanks for that update anyway. I do keep checking in on the net here. And so that's anything new, will tell us. VE3EIR.
All right. Thanks again, Don. You have yourself a great rest of the week and weekend coming up. Supposed to be plus 14 on Sunday, so things are warming up, even though it's probably going to rain. Take care, my friend. VE3EIR. All right, one more call out. See if anybody wants to check in. Last minute check ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. AREG, any new check ins, please come now. Anyone have any comments or would like to talk to someone on the net? Please come now. Okay, well, we are a couple of minutes early, but we're going to wrap up. So don't forget, it's garbage night for those of you in the East End. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's joined us tonight on the AREG and listening on YouTube. Much appreciated. It's now time to close this evening's AREG, and it marks week 1,485 weeks that AREG has been on the air. I can't wait till we hit 1,500. That's going to be a milestone. I'd like to thank everyone for participating, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe and have a great rest of the week. This is VA3 CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. I now return the frequency back to normal radio operation. 7-3.